is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
This organization, this city deserves a Stanley Cup. I've left the net in the most skilled, capable hands there are. Thank you again for this incredible honor. This memory will stay with me for the rest of my life. Nashville will always be my home, and I'll always be a Nashville Predator. Thank you.
The impact that Pekka has made on the organization and Nashville community is absolutely second to none. As a token of appreciation, Roman Josi, on behalf of the entire Nashville Predators organization, now will present Pekka with a special jersey for him to wear one last time on the Bridgestone Arena ice. Now, are you ready for a scoop? In addition to his numbers soon to be going to the rafters, the Predators in Bridgestone Arena will honor Pekka by installing a bronze statue of Pekka which will live forever on the Arena Plaza. That will be erected in the 2022-2023 season. Now we invite Pekka, Erica, and Paulus to the front of the goal that Pekka defended so many times here as his iconic number 35 goes up to the rafters.
And I can't think of anything more important than buying and selling a new home, except for one thing, and that's finding a new home for a displaced pet here in the Middle Tennessee area.
We got Mr. Charlie out at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue, a sweet little pit bull named Luna at Mount Juliet Animal Control. Please help us find her a home. We're getting him back to on all four paws, but we need someone to take him home.
Hunter Briley, Regal Realty Group, proud sponsor of Pet of the Week. He was the first one to hop on board, 4 or 5 months ago. Let's bring in our good friend Hunter Briley from Regal Realty Group, who joins us this morning. My man, how are you, buddy?
He doesn't even know he's missing a leg. He's that sweet. I know somebody out there has a place in their home for him.
Thank you so much, Joe, for all your help and work that we're doing on this. I'm so excited to be part of Pet of the Week every single week.
Love you, Big Joe. Love you bunches. See you.
Hero, man.
I had the audio from your recorded segments, but I'm not hearing your audio now. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up. I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you, unfortunately. Sorry about that, y'all.
February is Heart Month, and we celebrate all things heart by throwing a big party. For more than 40 years, the Heart Ball has supported the American Heart Association's mission of a long, healthy life for everyone. Tickets are on sale now as 2022 brings us back to the ballroom on March 5th at the Grove at Williamson Family Farm in Murfreesboro. Presented by Ascension St. Thomas Heart. As we dance, dine, and enjoy life, we will be raising funds for CPR training kits for schools and community partners. We'll be providing reusable water bottles for students and sharing clean water policies. Our schools, the 90,000 children they serve, are all part of the solution. 300,000 people suffer cardiac arrest outside a hospital every year. Only 48% of those received CPR from a bystander. Only 12% survived. But in schools and areas where CPR was taught, that survival rate goes to 30 to 40%. And while our students here at home have water filling stations, many don't have access to reusable water bottles. Hydration affects thinking and learning and digestion and performance of every child. So, training and hydration are why Rutherford County Heart is celebrating and raising funds. If you'd like to be part of the survival solution in Murfreesboro, visit rutherfordheartball.heart.org for information, to make a donation, or to buy tickets to enjoy the Heart Ball on March 5th. It's not just about having a heart, it's about how you decide to use it that really matters.
Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on here.
And see what it is. Dave, can you hear us?
Oh, look what we got now.
You got us?
Gotcha.
All right, Dave, my man. Appreciate it. There we go. How are you, pal? Thanks for doing this.
No, thank you guys for having me on. It's a big weekend here in Smashville, and we're happy to talk about it with everybody.
Have you slept any?
A little bit. Last night was obviously a big celebration, a lot of emotions. The highest attended game in Predators history was last night. People just wanted to be a part of the fun. We were selling concourse passes, but then the celebration continues today with activities outside, and then tomorrow with the big stadium game.
All right, so tell me how this all came together, the stadium series, because, David, I'm thinking there's about 5,000 people that need to get credit for putting this all together, because I've seen pictures, I've seen the stories all week. There's a lot of moving parts to pull this off tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, and I guess it all came together because Nashville Predators and the fans and the city put on major events really, really well. The community shows up for them. And so every time we do something, we impress people. And so the NHL and concerts and whatever it is, they want to go where they know they can be successful. They want to go where they know they'll have a good time and they'll have a major impact on the community and put on a good show. So, it started when we hosted the All-Star game and did something a little bit different with that. And then, the city doing the NFL draft, and then tour after tour coming our way, putting on big shows. Nashville's the right place to host big events, and the NHL gave us the nod.
It is a huge event that's going on tomorrow night. And I guess there's a lot of the things that go on with the weather. I guess we're really glad the rain moved out. What would have happened, David, had it rained Saturday like it's been raining the last 3 days before?
Well, I've talked with Nigel. He's our head ice technician, and he's been working with the NHL folks. He said, as of yesterday, they were in great shape. They almost had too much ice because rain was falling and freezing on the surface and building up thicker than you almost want. If there was rain tomorrow, maybe there's a delay. Maybe there's a way to play through it. But luckily, Mother Nature got everything out of our way yesterday. And we're going to be cool hockey weather and dry out there for the next foreseeable little bit.
That is fantastic. And also, David, with this, you got people you got to think. You got the mayor's office, you got to think the Titans, you got the stadium. There's a lot of things that go into making this a fun event on Saturday night, I got to think.
Oh, my gosh, yes. And Nashville is very unique, and we're a very special city where everybody supports each other. Everybody comes together to do great things together. There's no us versus them mentality. So when the NHL comes to us and says, hey, we want to do something awesome with your city, everybody says yes. Everybody's on board. Public Works, police, fire, sports authority, mayor's office, the CVC, the Titans. Everybody comes together to make a great event and make the city look good.
What's your job tomorrow night do you get to watch the game or are you going to be working the entire time?
I just get to be a fan. I get to sit in the stands, wear my jersey, have a couple of beers, cheer on the guys for a big win, and have a good time.
When's the last time you got to do that?
It's been a long time, probably Dallas for the last outdoor game. So,
oh my goodness. How, when you compare that, all these outdoors, what did you learn, I guess, from the Dallas game that you guys could take to the game that's happening tomorrow night outdoors?
Well, working with the NHL event staff, Steve Mayer and all of his crew, they do a great job of highlighting what's great about a city. When we went to Dallas for that game, we were on the state fairgrounds. So what did they have? They had pig races and funnel cakes and corn and all that kind of great stuff. So they've done what is Nashville? We are Music City. They've got great entertainment. We've got stuff going on in Bridgestone Winter Park starting tonight and through kind of through 4 o'clock tomorrow. So, hey, even if you don't have tickets, you can come downtown. You can be part of the celebration. Dierks Bentley and Miranda Lambert are going to be part of that first intermission. We've got Morgan Evans and Parma Lee and a bunch of other great people. Ryan Hurd playing for free in Bridgestone Winter Park starting this afternoon. So, I mean, there's great things for everybody to be a part of and just celebrate the city of Nashville.
David, you've won numerous awards for what you've done, Bridgestone Arena and the venue and everything. What's the secret? I mean, everybody's got, all the big cities got a venue, got a nice downtown arena and all that. But what makes you unique? Why do you keep winning award after award? And
like I said earlier, it's that support structure. It's that fact that everybody just wants to help. Everybody just wants to be part of it. If you're talking other bigger cities, maybe you get pushback from Public Works and they don't want to help do this, that, or the other. Or maybe you get pushback from this department or another department. But seriously, everybody has a yes attitude. Everybody has an attitude that we can do these things together. We can be awesome together. If my organization wins something, it doesn't mean another organization in town is losing. We all win together. And I think that's something super unique about us. And it's a great place to be.
With we're talking to David Kells, executive. What's your exact title? Because I've seen like 4 different titles for you.
Executive Vice President of Entertainment and Venues.
What a great title, David. I bet you get hit up for tickets all the time.
It's part of the gig, but it's nice to be wanted. Cheap Trick said, "I want you to want me." It's good that your phone rings and people want to be part of the fun events that you're putting on. It's awesome to be here.
What's how long you been with the Bridgestone, the Preds? How long you been with everybody here in town?
Since 2005. And I've lucky enough to, go to high school here and grow up here. So often in jobs, you have to bounce from town to town. I've been able to grow with this city. I remember when, we didn't get big events. We didn't get big sporting stuff. We didn't get the first leg of the tour. But things have turned around. The right decisions were made at the right time by the city and our city leadership, and the fans have responded appropriately. So again, we get those big tours. We get asked to host those big events, and it's just awesome to be here.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Franklin.
So you're an admiral now. You used to be a rebel.
Yes.
Admiral.
Marching band and everything.
So I got to ask, so you said you grew up here. I mean, you went to many concerts at Municipal Auditorium, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And I go back to the day when I think about the best concert I ever saw. This is getting personal. You and I, Van Halen in 1984 at Municipal Auditorium. Best concert of all time.
That's awesome. That's a good one. And they do a good job of celebrating their history. They got the ticket wall outside and the ribbon inside, so you can see who's played there. And that's what's great about any venue, anywhere.
Right.
I say all the time, Bridgestone Arena is just 4 walls and some seats, except when the fans come in and the performers and the athletes come together to create amazing memories. You love that Van Halen show because it was a great show. You saw it with, your best friend or your girlfriend or whoever at the time, and you had a great time. That's why that memory sticks with you. That's what we have now. We've got 25 years of Bridgestone Arena being open, creating those memories. People have seen, a hockey game with their mom, their dad, their grandpa, their grandma. They saw a concert. It was somebody's first date. It was who knows what. And that's why it means so much to the fans. And it's wonderful to see it means so much to the performers now. People, it's something they want to check off their to-do list. Hey, I headlined Bridgestone Arena. I sold out my hometown arena. And it's awesome to see.
With the Stadium Series tomorrow night, thinking that, is there a moment that you're going to take in where you go up to the top row and look down and because some of the pictures and renderings that I've seen, David, of what it's going to look like tomorrow night are simply breathtaking. So what moment do you take all that in?
It is one of those things you have to make a conscious effort to pause, to slow down, to stop going as a million miles an hour. So you do remember those things. I have to work on a show. I have to make sure that I poke my head in and hear a couple of songs, or you try to be there when the lights go down. So team introductions are going to be awesome. National anthem's going to be awesome. All those types of things. And seeing, 70,000 people wearing their Smashville jerseys and screaming and yelling is just going to be a great time.
Fantastic. David, I know you're busy. I cannot thank you enough for doing this. I think the world of you and Sean and everybody over there. Thank you. And it's going to be a rousing success tomorrow night. Thanks in large part to you and what you guys do over there. So thank you.
No, thank you guys. And thanks for letting everybody know all the great stuff we have going on in Smashville.
Fantastic. David Kells with the National Predators. Really appreciate his time this morning. It's going to be really cool tomorrow night. 70,000 people over there cheering on the National Predators in that setting. That is so cool. All right, we're taking a break. Coming up, there's something else that's going on that you guys need to know about. That we've talked about this before on the show many times. There's a shortage of officials in our area. But one young man is making an effort to turn that around, and we're going to talk to him next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
You know what I really love about Main Street is it really feels like a team. And there's this camaraderie, and I don't feel competition in an unhealthy way. There's always competition in a healthy way. But what I really love is that the only competition we have is with ourselves to be better at covering the stories.
I'm always looking for that new local place, particularly if it brings a different point of view to me, because I learn. And one of the things I don't think people understand is when you go into a restaurant, and say, just for argument's sake, say it's a Guatemalan restaurant, and you're a little fearful because you don't speak the language, and they love having people come and try their food. I mean, they will knock themselves out to give you the greatest meal of your life.
I've done sports, I've been a photographer, I've been an editor, I've been a producer, I've been a reporter, I've been an anchor. I mean, I've done every job you could possibly imagine this. And so sports was a way to have fun and be different. But then I realized community is where it's at, and community and local and doing places and going, seeing people. And, sports, you go to a stadium, everybody celebrates and they go their different ways. But community-wise, there's so much going on.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Looking live at the T-Dot SmartWay camera, making your way on the Ellington Parkway. No rain today, thankfully. It's going to be cold, though, but that's all right, though. We'll take that. Goodbye, rain. They'll come back for quite a while. All right, we talked about the show the other day with Jason Goolsby about officiating. He does basketball and about the need for officials in our area. Well, one man is trying to curb that and stop it, and he joins us now. It's a very dear friend of mine, a special guy. He's Coach Greg Wyatt, athletic director, Siegel High School. Coach, thanks for doing this. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you having me on, man. You're a special man.
We love high school football, and we know there's a critical shortage right now of officials, and you're trying to stop this. What exactly do you want to do, and are you trying to do?
Well, and when I approached this, and I actually stole the idea. It's not really my idea. I just kind of borrowed it, which most ideas are. But anyway, as an old football coach, and I coached for 27 years, we always complain about officials, and it's getting very critical, as you've talked about on your show. Us as football coaches and football programs need to really try to start giving back to getting officials into the fold again, and trying to get new blood in. So what we did was, in our county, and I reached out to all the coaches in Rutherford County, and I asked them, what we wanted to do was we wanted to scholarship new officials. So if there's a young guy that's out there that wants to get into officiating, it's going to cost him about $350 with officials fees, with association fees, and just to get the gear to start his first ball game. So what we've done is in Rutherford County is we've talked to all the coaches, and each one of the coaches and programs in our county is willing to help get a new official or a young official into this our association here in the north central part of Middle Tennessee by being able to pay that scholarship for him, scholarship him that money. We've got with our school system, and we've worked out a way to do this. A lot of our coaches, we have 12 programs in our county that have agreed to do this. So in a perfect world, if we're able to get 12 new officials on the field, well, that's 2 new crews for every Friday night. So we're upping the amount of people just in our region. My challenge is to anybody across the state, and I've had people reach out in the last 2 days. This is we started this 2 days ago. One of my childhood friends that's actually an official up in Knoxville, Tennessee, reached out to me, and one of the coaches that used to coach for me here at Siegel is a head coach up there in Knoxville now, and I got those 2 together, and hopefully they're going to take over up there. I've got a planned call with a basketball coach down in Chattanooga today at some point in time to discuss this. And then yesterday we had our first guy reach out to me, and so we've got 1 day, 1 official, and if we can keep that up, between now and hopefully June, that would be great. It'd be a perfect world if we could in Rutherford County, if we could give out all 12 of our scholarships. That would be a perfect world.
Have you coached a long time? Has it ever been this critical for officials that we all need to see and have?
Not in my 27 years of coaching. It never was. There's a lot of things that go into that. And I think being a football official is probably different than being a basketball official or a volleyball official. There's a little bit of a buffer between you and the crowd. Sometimes about the only yelling you hear is from coaches, and usually if coaches are around long enough, they develop relationships with the officials that are in their association because they see them every Friday night. So that's a good thing. So being a football official is a little bit different. You don't hear as much as the berating from the crowd and things like that, which is getting out of hand. And that ultimately comes back to the individual who's in the crowd. And, there's 3 roles you can play in a ball game, in any ball game. You can be a fan, you can be a player, or you could be an official. But you can't do all 3. And a lot of people that sit up in the stands feel like they can coach and officiate, and they can't. You can't do that. And if you want to do that, then you need to go sign up to be an official, or you need to go sign up to be a coach.
Oh, that's hilarious, Coach. All right. So the information, because that thing, if I wanted to do something like that, I'm a 53-year-old man, but I wouldn't even know where to start to go to become an official. But you guys will walk these college students through every step of the way.
Yeah, we'll get them in touch with the head of our official association here, and then we'll let Ken Melton, who is our head association guy here. We'll get him in touch with them, and they'll help walk them through the process of when their meetings are, what the registration fees are, when they can start, and all of those things. So. We're not really even looking for college students. We're looking for somebody that really just wants to give back to the community, no matter what the age is. We're targeting young guys because we're looking for guys that are going to be in it for the long haul. And so that's kind of our target audience. Actually, my son reached out to me. He's moving back to the Middle Tennessee area. He's 30 years old, and he said, hey, it may be something I might be interested in doing. So we're looking for anybody that's willing to give back to the community. It's a paid community service position, to be honest with you. The money is decent. The camaraderie and the relationships that you can make doing this will last a lifetime. I'm an athletic director now, and I see officials all the time, all over the place, and I still have relationships with them. Those are great things to have.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is this, and you cleared it up for me about, this is not just for college students, but if somebody wants to do this and get in and be an official, any age, I mean, they'll just, you need officials, but you need them to have passion to do this, I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're looking for people. There may be somebody out there that never played football, but that loves football, you know, and would like to try to find a way to get involved. This is a great way to get involved, you know. But yes, I think you have to have a passion for it. I think it has to be something that you really enjoy to get anything out of.
You know, Coach, I know it was critical, but when the TSSA comes out and says every high school must play a Thursday night game because of officiating and there's not enough officials, that really hit me hard because I'm thinking, man, this is getting really, really deep now because there's not a lot of officials and, you know, schools had moved to Thursday night. Friday night's always been a great night for football, and you see the need for that. So I'm so glad you started this.
Well, it's just an idea. And if people will get on board and buy into it, then it can be a great idea. You know, our game is under attack in a lot of different directions. You know, the concussions, we're having a hard time hiring coaches now, Joe. It's a hard time. It's at the high school level and the middle school level, we're having a hard time getting teachers into the building, much less coaches. And then the official level. So, you know, the game's being attacked in a lot of different directions. And I think it's time for us coaches to try to do something to try to give back in a different area than we're used to doing.
I love it. Again, here's what I got off your Twitter account. If you're a college student or anybody interested in officiating football, they got you covered. Pay registration fees and uniform costs. Reach out to Coach Greg Wyatt. There's your email, or get you on Twitter at Coach_Wyatt on there. You know how much I think about you. I'd come do it in a heartbeat if I had the time. And we'll keep promoting it, Coach, and getting the word out there. And hopefully you get 12 and you get 2 more crews and everything gets kind of back to normal.
Joe, I can't appreciate you and your passion for high school sports in our area. It's unprecedented with anybody in the media around here, and we greatly appreciate it. I promise you that.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time. We'll talk soon.
All right, buddy.
All right, that's Coach Greg Wyatt, athletic director, Siegel High School down in Rutherford County. And we've talked about the critical shortage for referees. And I love when people take initiative and try to attack what's going on. He's certainly doing that. All right, we come back. It's time for the great Alan Bell will join us. If you love gambling and betting, Alan's the guy. It's one of our favorite segments each week. He joins us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Oh, sunshine, where are you? Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street on this Friday. It's Friday, though, so we're good. February 25th, 2022. Welcome back to the show. As we do every Friday this time, let's look at our good friend Alan Bell from CBS Sportsline. Alan, again, I tell you this each week, but I follow you on Twitter, and you're busy nonstop.
Yeah, I am. First off, let me say I appreciate you having me back. Yeah, I just like to be in the conversation with anybody who's talking sports betting, whether they're in Tennessee or in another state. Like, I just enjoy it because, it's something that we all get to do together collectively against the books. And also, let me also say this. Whoever wrote that Buddy Allen jingle is the Michael Jordan of writing jingles. Like, that, it is fantastic. Like, I absolutely love it. Every time I hear it, man, like, I just sing it in my head and it puts me in a good mood the rest of the day.
Oh, absolutely. I was singing it yesterday and the intern's like, how do you know this? I'm like, how do I not know this? If you grew up in Tennessee, that commercial is inside of you forever.
It is. It's just so wholesome. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Did you grow up here, Alan?
Yeah.
You're a Mount Juliet boy?
Correct, sir.
Oh, yeah. Wilson County, man. Bringing it home.
Yes, sir.
Alan, I had to laugh because, again, we see more and more people hopping on the sports betting and watching the Daytona 500, all the chaos, and seeing people tweet out, oh, my God, I was going to win, and my driver wrecked. Betting and gambling for the Daytona 500, to me, took it to a whole nother level. Am I wrong on this?
No. You're absolutely correct, right? Like, if we go back to, I guess, 2020, during the, kind of the COVID when, all sports were stopped, NASCAR and golf were really the first ones to come back. And coupled with sports betting and coming back first, NASCAR picked up a ton of new fans and new audiences. And yes, the sports betting is a massive part of that. And we see on social media live during races how much fun people are enjoying a great sport, right? So I absolutely love it. And like, that's a cool thing that sports betting really does, is that it does open you up, to different sports or different teams that you might not have paid attention to before.
I want to ask you, because people were talking about, betting on the NBA and all that goes on. And I was reading one guy who said he's making a killing off mid-major betting on college basketball. And so I had to go and look, and I pulled up some games on here. I mean, we always get, especially with me, Alan, you're like, oh, NFL and the big, huge games. But a lot of people are betting on these games that are under the radar. Why are these games so popular?
Well, because you think about, okay, if you ran a sports book, right? And let's just say that you have 100 people, in the room working on these numbers, right? Well, you're going to focus on the sports and the teams and the games, that draw the most interest, right? The Super Bowl, the Masters, Daytona 500, right? Like, you might not be paying attention to, Lipscomb, at Murray State, right? Belmont at Murray State, right? Like, just because there's just so many games and so many things going on. So absolutely, like, your friend is absolutely correct. Like, you can find a ton of value there. I'll give you an interesting nugget right here. That shirt that you have on right there, MTSU, right now, MTSU men's basketball is the number one team in the country against the spread in terms of their record. Number one. They are phenomenal for bettors. Everyone across the country has been quietly loving MTSU because they don't want to give the secret away to everybody else.
That's why you're here, Alan. I mean, nobody has that nugget, what you just told me right there. But if you're going to put money on these mid-major games, like I'm looking at, Harvard, Princeton tonight, I mean, you need to do your research, don't you?
Oh, for sure, right? Like, you definitely want to, have watched the teams, understand what they're going into. What is the situation with where we sit right now? We've got conference tournaments coming up here pretty soon, March Madness coming up. Which teams are fighting for their lives? Which teams have basically already secured the number 1 or number 2 seed in the conference tournament? They might not care. Another team literally fighting for their lives, right? So that absolutely matters. Also, when you go through these spreads, understand that these are all, conference teams that are playing against each other. And when you look at, say, a team that's favored by 7.5, right? Like, think of that in terms of possessions. Okay, that's 4 possessions that you need to win. And in college, these mid-majors, you don't necessarily always get high scores. So the lower the score, the more possessions that you need, you're adding risk to your table.
Look at you. I don't know why somebody doesn't just hire you as a personal aid in sports gambling, because, man, you know it all. All right, let's talk NBA now. Of course, the NFL's gone and baseball's not started yet. We've got NHL, but so a lot of people are doing college basketball, but the NBA. And, Alan, I was looking at this before you coming on. There's no rhyme or reason to how the NBA plays out. maybe I'm just an amateur looking at this. I know if you dive deeper into it, there's some sort of a rhyme or reason that goes on. But for some of these, I mean, it's got to be a motivation to win a game on a Monday night where there's 3,000 people in the stands.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, so last night the Golden State Warriors played, right? It was the first night back after the NBA All-Star break. And Steph Curry, the Warriors won, covered. I think they won by 26 or 27, a large number. And Steph Curry was saying it right after the game, during the interviews. He's like, we've only got, 22 games left. Like, now is the time to turn it on. So you're going to see these teams that are prime position, for playoff spots, they're going to start going, where you're also going to see teams that are pretty much already out of it. They're going to start using more bench players, right? Who do they have that they can bring up for 10-day contracts, looking at the roster for next year? So yeah, understanding where you're at in the season, that will give you, the best kind of advantage that you're going to find right now.
I was clicking on, and you see the MMA, I'm on the BetMGM board right now, all that's going on. And I mean, we talked about the first time you came on, Alan, you literally can bet on anything, anywhere, at any time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. Like I'm in a group text with guys who are putting in plays. They're like, hey, I'm going to ride this darts game. I'm like, betting darts. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's so funny, but yeah, I mean, you literally can, you could bet on anything, even if you can't pronounce the league or the team names because it's in another country. Yeah, you absolutely can.
I'm on this UFC MMA page, and Danny McCormick's fighting Stephanie Page at 3:00 this afternoon.
Yeah, isn't that great? That's also another thing that's been fun the last year and a half, is that we've seen so many sports that understood that there's more people working from home, the COVID situation, etc. And they've started to change around times, right? Of you know what? There's a lot of people at the house at 2:00. Let's run our sport. We don't have to go up against Monday Night Football, right? I love that. We're seeing leagues and teams and sports get really creative with it.
All right, our MLS starts this weekend. The Nashville SC gets out there, and I know that's a lot of people. We've talked about betting with your heart or betting smart with soccer. I see a lot of people also as well, Alan, getting into the MLS, and I think part of this is because of sports gambling. People want to gamble and bet, and so more eyeballs are on the MLS now.
Big time. Absolutely. These sports books and sports betting in general is helping these sports leagues and teams so much. That's why you see them, teams literally partner with sports books, right? And you look at, all the different ways that you can bet on the, Seattle Nashville SC game that, even if you're just getting into soccer, right? You understand the game, you understand the lines and everything right there, but you might not be as big of a fan yet as you are, say, the Titans or, something like that. It'll bring you in and you get fired up. So yeah, I just really love that aspect that a lot of people are getting to know and understand sports that they might not have, previously.
If you want to take I have no idea how to read this stuff, and we're not going to get into it because that might take me 5 hours to figure it out. But if you want the Nashville SC to win, these numbers -1, I mean, I'm used to look at the football numbers. I can't figure this out.
Yeah. So really quickly, right? So minus, is the favorite, plus is the underdog here. And you'll see, you've got the 2.5 right there. So that means that's the over or under in terms of goals scored, in the match. And then you'll also see, draws, right? Are you going to bet on both teams to tie? So yeah, there's a lot of different ways to go about doing it and go about betting it. And yeah, you got it pulled up right here. So yeah, Sounders -115, tie +250, Nashville +290. So that means that Vegas thinks that Seattle's going to win this game pretty heavily if Nashville SC is a +290.
Vegas loves people like me, Alan, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I'll tell you this. So that number right there, that 290, that means if you bet $100 on Nashville SC to win, and they do, you get paid $290 out. Okay. Seattle -115, you would have to bet $115 to win 100.
Oh, that just seems that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That is. Oh man, all you know how to do is. All right, we're not gonna take a break because I know you're busy. We're gonna go straight into celebrity birthdays.
Nice.
You see the bottom intern pop in here for us.
Hello.
We'll pull up the screen.
What
with
up? What's up, man?
The leaderboard is
tied with the record holder. You and Chase McCabe.
Wait, sorry, wrong thing.
Don't get all nervous, intern. All right, there we go. Bingo. Look at that, Alan. You're still there. You got
Yes,
a chance
you are.
to get it there today.
I tied the leader, so you know.
You did.
All right, Alan, we appreciate your time. So here we go. We're going to knock this out here. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by our good friends at Donaldson Cafe and Catering. First birthday up today, Ric Flair. How old is Ric Flair?
Ooh, 74.
I'm gonna go 78.
72. Alan Bell's on the board first.
Oh no.
Alan Bell's favorite comedian, Carrot Top. How old is Carrot Top?
54.
Ooh, that's a good guess. That's a really good guess. I'm gonna say 57.
56.
Whoa, nice.
Intern gets it there. Well done. Let's see here. Going down. Oh, actress Tia Leone. She was in Deep Impact, Madam Secretary, married to David Duchovny.
52.
Let's go 47.
55.
Nice.
Looks great for 55. Actor Sean Astin. He played Rudy.
Rudy. Yeah. 48.
Ooh, I was gonna go 58.
50. Alan Bell's up 2-1. Ooh, comedian Chelsea Handler.
Ooh, okay. 46.
Ooh, 51.
46 exactly.
Nice.
Alan Bell's up 3-1 and
Good
killing
job,
it.
man. Gosh.
Actress Rashida Jones off The Office and Parks and Rec.
Everything. She's in everything.
43.
Dang. Another good guess. I'm gonna go 39.
45. Alan
Nice.
Bell, 4-1. Making it happening. Former CBS newsman Bob Schaefer.
81.
84.
84 exactly.
Nice.
4-2.
Nice pull. We got a Bob Schaefer fan in the house.
Former talk show host Sally Jesse Raphael.
Ooh, 63.
That one stumped me. That was a lot of names you just threw there. Let's do 61.
79.
Oh, wow.
Jack Handy from Saturday Night Live. Deep Thoughts with Jack Handy.
Ooh, okay. 62.
57.
Jack Handy is 72.
Dang.
That's okay. Let's go on down here, see what else we got. Ooh, Latin singer Julio Iglesias Jr.
44.
I'm gonna go. Do you know any songs that he does?
He sings, I think, Valamos. Let the music take the
Valamos. Yeah.
Alan Bell's got it down.
All right. He's probably. I'm gonna go 51.
He is 48. Both of you guys missed
Wait,
it.
I think he got it right.
Oh, what did Alan say?
What'd you say, Alan?
It's like 44, I think.
44. That's
Oh,
right. Yeah,
wow.
he's 48.
Integrity. I like it.
Yeah, Alan Bell is the best. Actor Anson Mount. He's from Cheatham County.
Nice. All right. He's from Cheatham County. I like that as a clue. 51.
I'll go 67.
He is. Hold on. Let me find him again. Anson Mount. What'd you say, Alan? 51?
Yeah.
What'd you say, intern?
67.
He's 48.
Nice.
All right, so it's 4-2. Let me get one more down here for you guys that we've recognized.
Is Alan 4? He's 4, right?
Alan's 4. Alan's been 4-2. One more here. Let's see. The twins, actors James and Oliver Phelps from the Harry Potter movies. I don't know which one they are. I don't watch Harry Potter.
Ooh, yeah. They are 32.
Do you know which characters those are?
They're characters in the Harry Potter movie.
Oh, Harry Potter. Let's do. Ooh, 29.
They were wrong. They're 35. That's it. Alan Bell wins. Alan, you win again, brother.
There we go.
The intern. He's been on a roll lately, so thank you for that.
Humbled me.
I appreciate
As
you guys.
always. Yeah, kick butt. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your time. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. See ya. Thank
See
you.
you,
All right,
buddy.
Alan Bell, CBS Sports. He makes sports gambling seem so easy. And he's got so much knowledge that goes on like there. So we love having him on. Intern, thank you.
Hey, thank
Little
you.
rough start.
Yeah.
But we finished. It's not how you start,
It's how you
finish.
finish.
So thank David Kells, Greg Wyant, and of course Alan Bell. The segments, if you need to see them again, just go to our YouTube page, Main Street Media, and click on Mornings on Main Street, and all there right there for you. So, intern, thanks for the hard work and your troubleshooting during the show. You've got like 15 arms over there. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, have a great week. We'll see you back here on Monday. Remember, when you go out in the world today, be nice, be kind, smile at people in traffic, open doors. Nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for a charity. As always, remember, nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you next week.